James Barfield with What's Up Wichita, the channel that is often imitated but is never duplicated. And today we're fortunate to have with us two guests, the president of Grambling State University, Mr. Rick Gallot, and along with the director of communications for Grambling State University, Ms. Tisha Arnold. Welcome to What's Up Wichita, both of you. Now, I'll start with you, Mr. Gallot. Can you bring us up to date as to what took place this weekend during your homecoming ceremonies that involved a fatal death? Sir, you're muted. Your mic is muted.
Okay, thank you. My apologies. I should know how to do this by now. Really, in order to give a full picture of everything, of course, this was the first homecoming that we've had since 2019 because of COVID. And so when you think about the fact that we had our on Saturday morning we had our homecoming parade, that we always have along homecoming. We had thousands of people tailgating there at the stadium. We had thousands of people who attended the game, cheering our Tigers on to a win over Texas Southern. Post game, we had alumni events, one event in our Black and Gold room, and we're preparing for the next event, which was a midnight breakfast that is, just so very popular with our alumni when this event occurred.
Sure.
And so it was certainly not something that we have thousands of our alums and others who came to homecoming, had a great experience, and were able to go home safely without any incident whatsoever. But when this event occurred, sometime after 1:00 a.m., initiated by some non-students, non-alumni, I don't know what, if any, their connection was to the campus, but they certainly were not students, and they were not alumni who got into some kind of altercation and gunfire erupted. So it's so very unfortunate that this occurred. The one fatality was a non-student, and I don't have any identifying information in terms of their name. The Louisiana State Police is handling the investigation, and so anything beyond that from a factual standpoint, I would certainly have to defer to the state police.
Okay, and either one of you can answer this question, but have we identified a suspect in this case, or has anybody been arrested at this point?
Again, all of that's in the hands of the Louisiana State Police, and of course, I've been doing a lot of these today, so I have not. I could very well have something in my inbox right now, and just not be aware of it. But as of right now, I'm not aware of anyone being in custody as a result of this.
Okay, can you tell me how many people were involved in terms of injured, in addition to the fatality?
So a total of 8 with one fatality.
Okay.
As far as we know.
And has that that fatality been identified at this point?
No, sir. I'm not aware of. And again, the Louisiana State Police, because they are in charge of the investigation, would be the entity that would be releasing that information. We would not be the ones doing it, because the investigation was turned over to them.
Sure. Okay. As a result of what took place, I understand, I guess your facilities, your school is closed for today, and all ceremonies are called off. Is that correct?
So we're not closed, but we canceled classes for today and tomorrow. So staff, for the most part, are all here, but faculty and students, there are no classes taking place today or tomorrow. But people like me in my office, support staff across the university are all at work today.
Okay. Now, I know this was a very unfortunate incident. I know that it's something that certainly your university is not happy with, not pleased with at all. But I just want to touch on one subject and ask you a question. This is your second fatal shooting incident within recent days. Do you have any information that would indicate to you that these two shootings would be connected in any fashion or form?
And that that question was asked of the state police yesterday at the press conference, and the trooper responded that they had no information to suggest that there was any connection between these two incidents.
Okay. And I guess I just have to ask you once again, the Louisiana State Police are assured that this individual, the suspect here, was not a student at your university?
Well, we were the ones who certified that. Now, let me make sure I understand who you're asking me about now.
I'm asking you about the alleged shooter.
Okay, well, the alleged shooter has not been identified yet. That information has not been shared. But based on the information that we're provided by state police, that individual is not a student.
Okay. All right. And let me just ask this for Ms. Arnold. Ms. Arnold, do you have any additional information to bring forward regarding this case?
No, my sentiments mirror President Gallo's. Because it's under investigation, we just don't have a lot of those details, and most of that would have come from Louisiana State Police.
Okay. Okay. And either one of you can answer this question. Are any of the 8 injured still hospitalized?
Do not have that information at this time.
Do not have that. Okay. Okay. Well, listen, I really appreciate your coming on today, and I wish it was under different circumstances. But
well, if I could just add that this whole issue is much bigger than just Grambling. Obviously, we're a national brand, and when things happen that would ordinarily never get picked up by yes, news outlets, there's no reason why Wichita, Kansas would cover anything that was happening in rural north central Louisiana and Lincoln Parish, Louisiana. We certainly recognize that. That's why we're on this call, and that's why I've been fielding interviews all day. But I think really the issue is so much bigger. And I spoke to one of our local state senators last night, and she said, Rick, this isn't about Grambling. This is much bigger than that. This is the proliferation of guns in the hands of individuals who should not have guns in their hands. And whether it's a university trying to celebrate homecoming in what is our 120th year as an institution, this is there are high schools, there are elementary schools, there are other colleges, there are nightclubs, and in Las Vegas, a hotel, and just mass shootings is something that unfortunately has become too often of an occurrence. And so I think we've really got to take a step back and really peel some layers back and say, why can't we somehow get a handle on so many guns in so many hands that they really shouldn't be? I mean, we're in the business of educating students, and we have a responsibility. And of course, as president, ultimately I accept all responsibility for the safety and success of our students. And as a personal matter, when I get on my knees every night and pray, I pray for the safety and the security of our students. And when situations like this occur, nobody's more concerned about the implications behind it than I am. And so again, we will take the measures that are necessary to by curfews and other proactive steps to keep our students safe. but we're also, for me, this is more than just, checking boxes. This is about also, entering into a period of fasting and prayer with our student body and with our administrators. We're holding prayer every day at noon now. And I've entered into a 7-day fast and prayer and have invited a lot of other people to join me in this effort, because our land needs a healing. Okay. And it's going to take more than just strategic plans to change that.
Yeah, Mr. Gallot, let me say I totally agree with everything you said except one. The reason that this caught the attention here in Wichita, Kansas, is because of the fact that we're not immune to this either. We've had shootings here in recent days, okay, not months. We've had them right here with youngsters, okay, so we fully understand. But the main reason that you caught my attention in particular is because this network is totally different than any other network that I know of, because we focus on issues that affect and involve Black issues and concerns, okay? And like I said at the beginning, you've got Grambling has alumni all over this country. So Black people, okay, this interview that we've done today, I don't think you probably have done anything like this with any other network. I'm not sure, but it's not unusual. I mean, it's unusual if you have, but that's what brought us to this issue, sir. But I certainly understand where you're coming from. We do have in this country a real problem with guns and with people who should not have guns. And I've always said, I know here in Kansas about, 3 years ago, they passed a law that students on campus could carry guns. I think that's a totally bad idea, okay? And I would never favor that, because of the fact that you will have situations just like what has occurred at your place and other schools, so it's not unique to Grambling, don't get me wrong, okay? But I fully understand where you're coming from. And again, I would like to say thank you very much for spending some time with me today, and we appreciate it. And we hope that the next time we meet, it'll be on better circumstances.
Absolutely.
Okay? Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you.
What's up, Wichita?
Program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.